Okay, we are live. So, Sage, you want to go ahead?
Yeah. Let's see. Yesterday, I continued work on some of the performance stuff that I'd been working on. So following up from adding some of those indexes, I rolled that out and ironed out a few related issues when I tried to move one of the processes into like a multi-threaded flow. So this is part of the thing where it sort of churns through the database and like updates lots of records to like basically include a lot of aggregate data that got pulled in recently.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I optimized some parts, then other parts became like the slowest part of the update process. So I tried to work on those too. And I ran into an issue of like auto loading not being thread safe in Rails, which I don't know if you've ever hit before, but basically if you like run something in a rake task, then a lot of times you may unexpectedly get like circular dependency errors, just a very small fraction of the time, that don't occur in the rest of your app, only when they're like run as part of a rake task. And it's for weird reasons that I don't entirely understand, but I was able to fix by setting it to like setting the environment within the rake task right at the outset of it to eager load as opposed to auto load classes, so that it would load all of the constants ahead of time instead of as needed. Because I guess if two different threads try to load the same code at the same time, then the thing that keeps track in Rails of which classes are loaded is not thread safe. And so the threads basically like collide on trying to require the same file at the same time, which is weird. And I had no idea that it was kind of a get bit in the butt type thing that I really wasn't expecting. But I think I got that worked out. So that, and then I reviewed the last couple tweaks to Mike's pull request this morning, and merged that. And that's about it for me.
Okay. Sounds good. For myself, what have I been doing? Yeah, so we had, obviously we had pair program session with Michael yesterday, with Arun as well. Arun joined, which is good. And that was before Scrum. I guess this time is about 8 o'clock where Michael is in Germany, and he says it's really a bad time for him. So we may not see him much here. Let's see. For MetPlus, I reviewed a bunch of stories. I merged the PR that I created to convert my last 3 remaining Selenium tests to Poltergeist because they started to give me major problems in Semaphore for whatever reason. And so I got that in. And I think that's pretty much it for me. And just struggling with laptop stability issues, which I'll probably reload the OS this afternoon or something. So, so that's it for Scrum.
Cool.
Yeah, so Michael again this morning, Michael Doughtry in Sweden again mentioned being hooked up with the project. And again, I reiterated connect with you. So I don't think he's got around to that, but it's clear that he does want to learn React. So that's a good thing. We'll see what happens.
Cool. Yeah, has he joined the channel? I haven't seen anyone join recently that matches that description, but maybe he did a long time ago.
Yeah, it's Michael spelled like Mikhail. It looks like he might pronounce it Mikhail, but he pronounced it Michael. M-I-K.
Yeah, looks like not.
Okay. So, well, anyway, horse to water type thing, right?
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
Up to 39 people in the channel. So continues to trickle in. So I think I'm still optimistic about sort of the long term, like getting to the point where we kind of have a stable project team, or at least like gradually increasing the number of people involved.
Yeah, I hope so. I would take a story, but I've got other projects that I'm also involved with, and I just don't really have time right now to.
Oh yeah, no worries. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, I don't expect any particular person to like have to do things, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
uh,
The beauty of it is we're all volunteers. The downside is we're all volunteers, so
Yeah.
people can disappear tomorrow, and you don't know. Sometimes people disappear; they don't even let you know they're not going to participate anymore. So anyway, it is what it is.
So you work on a whole bunch of different projects at once, right?
Well, I work primarily. I'm giving my focus to the Swedish project SHF, it's called, and the Met Plus project. We're trying to get.
Okay, so you have two main projects that you work on,
Yep.
and I guess that probably works for you in terms of like shuffling between them because there's downtime when you need to get back to the client and that kind of thing when you don't have a clear-cut thing to work on. Is that kind of why it makes sense like that for you, or what? I'm just sort of curious about how the like. Seems like a bunch of people have more than one project, but maybe that's a misimpression on my part.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Arun works on Met Plus. He works on this. I think he's worked on a couple other projects as well. So I got involved with Met Plus when I first joined Agile Ventures, and I've been on it for quite a while. And we finally got to the point where we think we can bring it live. We're bringing the client along. So I want to make sure that we can shepherd that in. Bring it.
Oh yeah, because that's something that like Agile Ventures basically like created from scratch, and Swedish Dog Industry is as well.
SHF, yeah, was created by AV people, and I've been on that for a relatively short period of time, but it's a very cohesive team. It's Susanna in Sweden, who's also a Craft Academy graduate, and Ashley in Seattle, and myself. Ashley's the technical lead, has done the lion's share of work, but I've been involved with that as well. It's a really great project because the team is fun to work with, and we have a very, very engaged client. We can only meet with her every 2 weeks, or them every 2 weeks, but it's in production, and it's fun to, get direction from the client on where they want to take this thing and see real value being delivered every other Monday to them.
Cool.
So I've gotten involved with that, and because it's a very small team, it's basically just Ashley and I doing the development. Susanna's more of a product owner on that side. So it all works out. It's fun.
Cool.
Hopefully we get a coterie of people on WikiEd that stick with it and help grow it into something even greater than it is. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm got lots of irons in the fire right now. Hoping to hire like a developer next fiscal year for us, which would be starting in like July. But we'll see how that works out in terms of whether we can allocate the budget for that. But if we do that, then I'm hoping to like basically find someone considerably more experienced than I am in the Seattle area to like, dive in and so that we can start doing more full-time, like serious development of new features. And then that would, I think, also be great in terms of capacity for me to like continue to nurture like volunteer contributions because I can focus on sort of like understanding the context of the app and understanding the code base more so than like doing most of the coding. But we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
I mean, I do like doing the coding, but that's but it's also like the thing that's in shortest supply is like understanding the bigger picture and the both of what it ought to be doing and of like what it currently does and why and how.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the volunteers, the people come to the projects and they don't want to just code. They also want to be mentored. They want to deal with a human being.
Yep.
Who kind of helps them select the next story, sets the context, helps them see sticking points. And they really, that's what really keeps bringing people back, in my opinion. Not just because the story's on Ready column that they can take. So see how that works out. All right, then. I guess that's it then. Anything else, Sage?
No.
Okay, great. Well, have a good afternoon, and I guess we'll talk again Monday.
See you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye now.